Okay, so this video is for educating people on how to achieve financial independence. Um, this is highly personal, spreadsheet that you can see on the screen. So what I have calculated is this whole spreadsheet is reverse engineered. I have calculated it's really precise calculation. Uh, it hasn't taken into account any extreme situations that might occur throughout your life. It has as assumption of very smooth and at a specific rate growing expense. Um, so keeping these assumptions in mind, please uh, take this video for the education purpose and have your own due diligence, have your own calculation based on what major expenses you see in later on in your life, and you can play with the numbers in this spreadsheet as well. It's highly easy, and uh, let's get ahead. I'll show you how I actually made it. So this is the plan basically. For me, for my own self, 1995 is my year of birth, and I'm assuming I'll be able to live up to 70 years based on since I'm living in Delhi and I can't stretch that much further. I don't think so. So this is simply is fund available positive when I am 70 years old. That is by the time of 2065. So let's take you to the year 2065. So so all the numbers here are in thousands. So it has a remaining balance of 30,000 thousand rupees, and after that, based on the expenses at that point of time, which I've assumed to be growing at 6% year on year, uh, by the time I'm 71, I'll be completely bankrupt, as you can see. So I'm not. I'm having, as I said, this is a precise calculation. You can play with numbers. You can increase the initial corpus. You can play with interests, inflation, growth rate, your expenses. It's uh, idiosyncratic, and you can change these numbers as per your convenience. So if I decrease this number further, it will be negative by the time I turn 70. So this is the precisely 69 lakhs 83,000 rupees that's required by December 2026 for me to have a positive balance by the time I die at the age of 70. So uh, right now, taking this into account, initial balance, if I start an SIP from January 2022 uh, till December 2026 to achieve this target of 6983, I have to make an SIP of 70.5. I have assumed my growth rate to be 18% here as well. As you can see, I have assumed my growth rate throughout this spreadsheet as 18%. So as you can see in this formula, it has my last final balance has grown by 18% uh, in the next year. And this is highly simplistic model. It can be more complex, but for simpler understanding, let's get on with these numbers. Numbers can get one or two here and there, and we have to just tweak those numbers and see how it works out for us. So based on the current expenses that we occur on monthly basis, that is 60K, and I have multiplied it by 12, as you can see. So this is the annual expenses that we might incur by the year 2026. So I have withdrawn the annual expense from my from my the corpus remaining. So for example, in the year 2030, by the year 2030, my corpus has gone up to 87 lakhs 50,000, and by that time, at the rate of 6% growth, my expenses as you can see, it is growing by 6% every year. So my expenses has gone up as well to 908,000, that is 9 lakh 8,000 rupees per year. So my final balance remains around 78 lakhs 41,000. That again grows by 18% to 92 lakhs 52,000, and the thing goes on and on till the age I'm 70, that is by the year 2065. And as you can see, it's merely 30,000 rupees in my as a final balance. And the expenses, as you can see, by this year at 6% growth rate has reached up to 69 lakhs 86,000 rupees. That's huge expense to incur. If I assume 69 6% is the growth rate by which we incur our expenses. So that's what basic mathematics I have used. So I think everybody should have this calculation in their mind to achieve financial independence, to have a figure of what lifestyle they want, what figure they want to achieve, how much do they need, what initial corpus they might be needing, and what growth rate they are assuming, how much inflation they are assuming. So I think this is highly important. It can shape up how you money is a really important aspect and portion of life. We spend majority of our life earning money, and our life majority of our life revolves around that. So it's better to have a plan. I'm not saying it's there are hard and fast rule of following something. You got to enjoy your life as well at the same time. So, but having a plan, leaves you worry free, and helps you achieve your financial freedom, and work on the things that you like, and spend your time with whatever you want. If this plan is there in your head, and you are working towards that. Thank you so much. This is highly personal video, as I said, and this is my own personal calculations. I hope you liked it.